Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome to the team show here on the Blue Abroad YouTube channel. It is Thursday, the 14th of August, 2025. And this will be, this will be the second last team show for 2025. Is it sad? Is it like one of those don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened? No, it's pretty sad. The ending of another season. Good to have you all here. Thanks to Mr. Cabinets for making this show possible and for supporting it for the second year running. We are going to have a lot to get through tonight. I've done some digging and I've done some research on some certain topics tonight. We can continue the conversation from the other day. And we will find out the teams in about an hour and 15, hour and 20. And then I've got to run 6:30 sharp. I've got to get out of here because I'm going to go to Icon Park tonight and watch the season opener, Carlton Collingwood. So, how are we all? I will also put the link in the chat shortly. Connor, I did see you. I know you emailed me you want to jump on tonight. So I will be sure to get you the link. And anybody else, I'd love to hear from anyone. But how are we all? Kel, I see you. Fermi, I always see you, mate. Graziella, hello. Hello, Hyde. Not the first, but never the last. That is true, Hyde. Hello, Chris Hunter, Chills. Hello, mate. Jonathan Telato. Is that a fresh profile photo that I see? Yeah. That is fresh. Hello, Nick. Gapsalis. William. Don't play Walsh, no point. Oh, you know what? I think we might have a debate on this. I'll bring some people in. Anybody. I would love to have the should we or shouldn't we play Sam Walsh discussion with anybody who wants to have it. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Kylie. Jonathan, you'd be so bored without BA shows. Yeah, I don't really plan on stopping the BA shows throughout the off season. What I can tell you for sure is that you will see more videos in the off season, particularly in, trade period, every single piece, every day, every single piece of news that comes out. I'll be sure to cover it. Live shows, I think we'll definitely keep Monday. I'm considering doing a trade show as well, whether that's daily, whether that's talk back in the mornings. I'm considering it, but things won't really slow down until I would say November, December. So there'll still be lots to get through. We won't have the same shows that we do throughout the season, but I'm also up to suggestions. So if you have any ideas for off season that you would want to see in terms of live streams or even just hangouts, then by all means, let me know what you think. Hey, yo, Richard. Hello. Only Carlton. Please, Walsh, please. I want to see a win. I'm with you. Why not play him? Like, in case he gets injured. I get it. But he's been injured in the preseason every year. So what's the difference? I don't know. Hello, Blue Bagger. Jam-packed show. Absolutely. Jen, hello. We're all still here. That's true. Hello, Sandra. Stephen. You're going to miss the Blue Ball routine when our season finishes, that's for sure. We're just going to have to make a new one. Hello, Jay. Aiden, you had uni. Christine, hello to you. Robbie, hello, mate. Matt, Jonathan. All right, yeah, it was a fresh profile photo. Love that. Alana, hello. Hey, Christine. Yeah, so, I don't think Jen would mind me sharing this. So Jen, the angel that is Jen, texted me because she had noticed that Christine wasn't in the live chat. Just wanted to make sure that Christine was okay, which I thought just is the sweetest thing. But yeah, Christine is back. Christine is here. Hello, Lou. Hello, Josh. Afternoon, mate. Rocco, I see you. Hyde, Walsh can come in, but not for a young player. Take Akers out. Yeah. Alicia, another Baker, is in the chat. Good stuff. Only Carlton, yeah. If he's actually ready and fit, why wouldn't we play him? I mean, he couldn't be more well rested than what he is right now. Yeah. Rocco, you are having a late lunch to watch some of this. Very good, my friend. Hello, Paul. You are towards the back end of your Australia tour, I believe. Looking forward to your last game on Oz soil. Loved your time here. Go Blues. Paul, you've also got a fresh profile photo. That's a Carlton cap, and that looks like the Gardner stand at the club, the heritage listed Gardner stand. Amazing. Hello, Bonwana, 2275. Jimmy Bartel should be our footy manager. What makes you think he should be the footy manager, Bonwana? I don't disagree. I think there's a few good names that are up there. Christina Bombonati is here. Damien, I'd be okay with Walsh playing not at the expense of a kid. Okay. You know what? Why don't we start there? I'm going to put a poll up. So there's a bit of discussion. It's not right. It's not right. It's not wrong. I'm curious for your opinions. Right? So I'm going to put a poll up on YouTube, right? Should Sam Walsh play? Yes or no? So assuming a few things. He's fit, he's healthy, and he's available. Should he play? Yes or no? Maybe we'll start with the poll, and then if anybody would like to come in and, open up the discussion for either side, let us know. I'm going to put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to join me, we can chat about it. Can you put don't care on the poll? Because that's how I feel about Walsh playing or not. I don't know, Aiden, man. I reckon you care more than anyone that I know. I don't know about that. Damien, okay. So you are in the camp of you'd be okay with Walsh playing, not at the expense of a kid. All right. So okay. I don't know if we had this chat with you the other day. We were talking about the fact that we play 4 or 5 smalls as it is. So keep in Will White, for example. But if it was to be someone like a Lockie Fogarty, you'd be okay with it. I personally think he has to play if he's fit and available. We've got to test out this foot, see if it's going to be able to withstand the rigors of a game. Also, you can always sub him out, manage his minutes if you need to. I don't know. He's the vice captain. I just think he has to play if he's fit. We need wins. Aiden.
Oh, hi, Terry.
How are you, Mr. I don't care?
I'm so tired. Far out. Yeah, about the Walsh thing, I actually don't care if he plays or not. I'd prefer to sit him out, but if he wants to play, then I guess let him play, because he's the type of player that would be so desperate to get out there. So, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I forget where everyone stands on everything. If it meant Jesse Motlop, for example, plays a bit more closer to goal, because Sam Walsh is in the side, we don't need as many midfield rotations because we've got another one back. Thoughts?
Wasn't Motlop playing in the midfield even when Walsh was playing?
Yeah, but I think there were others out. So at the moment, we've got like 4 or 5 smalls that rotate.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, I guess you'd play him, but I don't want like a young player coming out. You're better off getting out a senior player like an Akers, who's been pretty dreadful all year. But I mean, how long has he been out for? Nearly
Sam Walsh?
nearly what, 10?
You know
8,
what?
9 weeks, 7
I
weeks.
reckon Essendon was his last game. I'll tell you now. Sam Walsh has played 12 games this year, and his last game was round 13.
So that's 10 weeks ago.
He had 32 possessions in that game and kicked a behind 3 tackles. Yeah, that's the last time he played.
I mean, it's a long way off, so he should be ready. But, I mean, I guess you'd play him then. If he's had that much of a long way off, then get him out there, see what he does for the next couple of games, and go from there.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Thoughts on your man, Brad Lloyd?
Oh yeah, thank God he's gone. Yeah.
Well,
He should have
thoughts on the first two decisions of the new CEO.
Voss and Brad Lloyd.
Yeah, so back Voss, sack Lloyd.
Oh, I mean, one was a ballsy decision, and the other one was pretty self-explanatory. I think that was always going to happen. He should
Yeah,
have.
fair.
He should have left earlier, Brad Lloyd. I don't know what. I don't know. I actually don't know what he did at the club for 7 years. To be honest with you, but look, I don't want to keep complaining about Voss, but if they're going to back him in, and if they see something in him, I don't know what data they found to keep him on. I don't know if it's the 2023 run or not, because the last time I checked, we've had what, a 9-20 record in the last 12 months. It's pretty dreadful.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean, you can find data. You can put data in any bracket of time to suit whatever you want, really. So
yeah,
if you're sort of glass half full, you'll say, "Hang on a minute, team's good enough to make a prelim." If you're glass half empty, you say, "Yeah, but they fell apart before the run of 23, or they fell apart back into 24 and 25. They probably fell apart from the beginning."
yeah. But look, if they're going to back him in, then fair enough. Good on him. I wouldn't have, but I mean, as I
Who would you
said
have
to you,
hired?
huh? What was
Who would
that?
you have? Who would you have hired if you were the CEO?
Who's out there? That's the thing.
You're the CEO, mate. I'm giving you the power.
I mean, probably. I was thinking Longmire, but I mean, how hungry is he? Because he seems pretty content with where he is. Or even probably an Adam Simpson, but I would have been pretty hesitant on him because, I mean, his first, 6 years at West Coast was pretty good, and then the last 3 years was pretty dreadful. But, I mean, I don't know how true it is that they actually spoke to, I think, a coach on another team from what Sam McClure said on Monday. I don't know how true that is.
Do you believe Sam McClure?
Oh, sometimes. He's pretty all right with Carlton stuff. But I think this one was a bit hit and miss.
I mean, it's very generic. I thought it was a very generic report. Like, I'm sure lots of discussions were had around the industry about coaching Carlton. But it was really interesting the way he positioned it. Is like, this is my report. I've put it to Carlton. They vehemently deny it. He's like, this is just a classic situation where it's the media story versus the club's narrative. I guess it just keeps people intrigued. And those who believe it, latch onto it.
Yeah, I mean, but if they're going to do that, then that says that they don't really back Voss. But, I mean, I don't think, from what Graham Wright said to Tom Morris, are you serious? It seems to me that they didn't, but I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. Yeah. But, again, if they're going to keep Voss, then good on them. But I just hope that 12 months, this time next year, we're not here saying it's a mistake. But who knows? Apparently, we're in for Hickmott and Skipworth. I have no idea who they are, but apparently they're apparently really good. So if we bring them in, then hopefully shout Voss.
How about we just start 4-0 this time next year instead of 0-4? How about that? That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Let's just beat Richmond first. Focus on beating them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, do you think if they get rid of Voss and bring in Hickmott or Skipworth, do you reckon they would? Do you reckon Graham Wright would probably make them the new head coach? Should we bring them in? Like, do you reckon they'd probably go down that path, like a ready-made assistant coach that's probably ready to be a senior coach?
Maybe. Like, I don't know, but from what I gather, they're backing in Voss. Well, as in, they're just letting him see out his contract, right? So giving him the opportunity to have a great team around him in the department, and seeing if that can improve performance. If it works and there's improvement, and we maybe make a deep finals run, for example, like great, then you might earn an extension. If it doesn't work, well, at least you've beefed up the department, and then you've got senior heads around. I don't think anyone else in the department apart from Hansen is really a potential senior coach. And Hansen kind of like was a potential senior coach for West Coast. I don't remember if he pulled out of the race or if they just didn't choose him. But let's be honest, only one person in that box right now that like has senior coach potential.
None.
Well,
considering where we're at.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, get that right, and then if it doesn't work, well, at least you got a pool of competent potential senior coaches.
Yeah, true. But I don't know how we're going to get them out of Hawthorn and Collingwood. But again, Graham Wright has an amazing pool. So, let's
bro?
just
With a baggers, mate.
Yeah, true. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty conflicted about this club at the moment. Let's just wait until round 1 next year.
Yeah. Are you going on Saturday?
Oh yeah, 100%. Staying till the end as well.
I'll be staying to the end this week. No more leaving early.
Yeah.
I've been sucking it up. I've been absolutely like sucking it up lately. I had to, sometimes you got to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Have you ever had that moment?
Of what, leaving early?
No, when you like look at yourself in the mirror, you're like, what are you doing? Like, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah, plenty of times with some of the things I say.
Amazing.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
Hopefully I'll see you Saturday.
Sounds good. Take care.
Bye.
See ya. Ryan, yeah, we are very overdue. We will be spinning the damn wheel tonight. We'll do it a little later in the show. I've got 2 things that I'm going to put a poll up later, and I'm going to decide. You're going to decide what will be up for grabs. But yeah, it's been too long. We need to spin the wheel. If you would like to be a part of the giveaway, I mean, all members of the channel are in already have an automatic entry. But if you would like to become a member, you can absolutely do so. Link is in the live chat. Good call out. I actually had it ready here. All right, who we got? Paul, Mr. Australia. The Paul Edwards tour continues.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Very well, my friend. How are you?
Yeah, it's good. Loving this country. Absolutely loving it. Yeah, in Cape Leveque near Broome in WA at the moment for a few more days, and then beginning of next week back home to London via Singapore. So, yeah.
What have you been up to? What is the update from the last time that we spoke?
Last time we spoke, I think I was in Darwin. So from there, we did all the Kakadu National Park, flew down to Catherine to do the gorge there, Catherine Gorge, and then down to Broome. We're back to Broome tomorrow for the last 3 nights, chilling out on Cable Beach. So, wow. Yeah. And then back home, unfortunately. I wish I could stay.
Well, you could. You could always just park up in Australia.
Yeah, wouldn't that be good? But look, I will be back. I definitely will be back. And, yeah, I'll sort that out. I'll look at the fixtures when they come out. Is it October they come out?
From memory, it's chat, help me out. From memory, I think it's December. November, December. Okay. Yeah, from memory. I could be wrong. And they usually give the first 15 or 16 rounds out, and then they keep the rest to themselves until they decide how they go for it. Yeah, December, Alex has got here. So the other thing as well, Paul, which is really important, I mean, if we're looking like a sniff for finals, then you just have to be here for September.
Yeah, look, I think I might be safe that it's not going to happen this year.
You might be safe.
Next year. Next year might be 2 trips then, yeah?
Yeah. Absolutely. Nah,
And
look,
was I right in hearing that there will be shows through the summer for you? Through the
yeah.
summer, you'll still be around?
Yeah. So, I mean, games will finish next week, and then we'll do the weekly shows Monday, especially. But I'll likely keep a Wednesday or Thursday live. Listen, to be honest, if there's enough interest for it, I'm happy to do it. We can just get creative with it. But I'll be covering all the trade period like I did last year. So all the videos, all the news, and it's going to be pretty active. So September will be active. October will be full on. November will be the draft, and then I'll leave for Thailand a little early this year. I'm leaving the day after the draft. So November will be less live stream. Sorry, November into December will be less live streams and more videos. But yeah, everything will just continue as we normally do.
Brilliant. I mean, it's going to be an absolute hyper busy off season, isn't it? On and off the
Mate.
field, it's going to be so
Oh,
busy.
we might have a brand new list. Like literally, we won't even recognize the team.
Yeah, it's really exciting. 2 games to go, and I've absolutely loved supporting the Blues this year. And look, I know it's been horrendous and awful. So imagine what I'm going to be like when we're a good team again next
Mate,
year.
it's crazy.
When
It's actually
you know,
crazy. Yeah. You were talking about the kids. You've been talking about the kids for a while. Which of the kids do you like?
yeah. Well, Cooper Lord has been outstanding. I've liked Will White. I've not seen I've not seen Lemmy at all. Do you think they would bring him in this weekend, or do you think is there a VFL game this weekend? I've no idea.
There is. So he's just come back from a hamstring. That's the reality. So I am going to check right now. The VFL this week play on Sunday. So it's a bit tricky. They might name Lemmy, but the reality is if they don't name Lemmy and they play him on Sunday, then there's only 4 days between that game and the next AFL game. And now that I think about it, the same goes for Ben Camperelli, who's the other one that a lot of people want to see. So VFL play Sunday, AFL play again on Thursday. Don't know. Not sure what they'll do.
Yeah, I hope Lemmy gets a start in the one of the next 2 games. But of course, him and Walsh, they're not going to be match fit. I don't know how much that
Yeah.
makes any difference in AFL, but certainly in most professional sports, you'd like to get a game under your belt before you go full on.
Yeah. But I mean, I personally think we are playing a lot of kids at the moment, like an abnormal amount of kids in a team. But I get it. I get why we're doing it.
Yeah, yeah, and look, for predominantly they've done really well, and that's why it's so exciting. I mean, the comeback response last week. Yeah, look, we nearly overturned it. We nearly got it over the line, and yeah, you'd have shot yourself because you were on a train going home. You'd have missed it.
It was, you know what? It was a warning shot. It was a warning sign to me.
Do not leave. Do not
Do not
give
leave.
up. Oh, ye of little faith over there.
No, you're right. You're right. I've learned my lesson. And if I try it one more time, I'm going to learn the hard way. So I'm not trying to miss out on a historic
Yeah.
comeback.
But look, Terry, I also want to say thank you so much, and the chat as well for the support I've had. But thank you personally for you've really enhanced my blues experience this year, and you've played a massive part in it. I absolutely love this club, and you've been brilliant, mate. And just keep doing what you're doing, and I will be with you all the way until they bury me one day. I assure you, I'll be around.
Right. Love it. We love having you, and we will speak to you very soon. Enjoy your last little bit of Australia, and we'll see you soon next week, maybe.
Thank you. We'll keep in touch. You take care.
See you, mate.
See you, mate. Bye.
Story of the year, really, is Paul. Hey, Bo Austin, thanks for the $8. Surely the Camperellis get games this week. I actually saw the Camperellis last night. I was at Banner Night last night. I might share some insights, some stories from what I saw last night, which might surprise a few of you. Only Carlton, we could absolutely do a ladder predictor, man. We're like, of course. I've got two here. I've got Connor. I've got Andy. Connor, let's get to you, mate. Hello.
All right, Joey.
I finally got to meet you in person, my friend.
I find out meet you in person.
Mate, level 1, you got the premium seating over there right at the top, at the back of level 1, mate. Living the good life.
Yes, it was a very good life.
Connor, question. Should Sam Walsh
Yes.
play?
I'm hoping he does play. I'm just saying, possibly, hopefully he can play.
Okay. So if he's
Um,
fit, healthy, and he puts his hand up, you think he should be in the team?
I think he should be healthy. Like he should be. I think he would be going to the gym regularly. And I'm just hoping he does return
Okay.
after the period of time.
Yeah, he's been out for 10 weeks, mate. He's been out for a long time. So I think he's itching to get out there. What about this week? Are you going to the game?
No.
No.
I'll be looking from home.
Are we going to win this week?
I hope so. But I've hoping we do win. My decisions of that. Because since
All right.
we didn't have Charlie for the last day,
Yeah.
I just thought we might have a chance to win this week. But Liverpool thinking we will get up to the top
Okay.
8 this year.
Yeah. Well, we've got 2 more. We'll see the kids. We'll put the kids through, and then we'll go again next year, eh?
Yes.
All right.
And
Connor,
we get what happens.
you have yourself a great afternoon, and we'll chat to you maybe after the game on Saturday.
Yeah, I'll talk to you after the game.
All right, mate. Go Blues. See ya.
Go boys. See ya.
Andy, no. You were here. I'll chat to you in a minute. All right, I'll put the link in here and I'll load you guys up for later on. But I want to go through a few bits and pieces, right? So I was doing some research. Have you guys seen that Jagger Smith footage about how he's going to go do some work in the off season with, what's his name? His name is, what is his name? What is this guy's name? Bill Knowles. Have you guys seen that? Have you guys seen the clip of Jagger Smith? And if you haven't, I'll just play it so that way you can understand what I'm talking about. So he's basically, where are we? Let me get this up here. All right. So this comes from a report on Channel 7. Okay. I'm going to share my screen. He's going to go see a guy named Bill Knowles in the US, who is an expert on knee recovery. So this is the report, a quick one.
Favourite to replace Goodwin at the D's. Meantime, prize Carlton pick Jagger Smith will soon head to the USA for advanced rehab for his ruptured ACL. He'll work with world-renowned knee expert Bill Knowles, who's previously dealt with the likes of Tiger Woods and Andy Murray, closer to home, Christian Matraka and Nick Nat-Nui. The hope to have the number 3 pick ready for the start of next season. And the AFL...
Right. So, Matt, no, he's not going to get scanned because we already know what the injury is. He's doing rehab to strengthen the knee and whatever it is. So anyway, I did some digging on this guy and I found some videos online that I kind of want to share with you. So this was with the Gold Coast Titans from earlier this year. We can sort of get a bit of an insight as to the way he works. Andy, I see you. I'll get you in a second. I'll play this for like a minute or two. So check this out. This is him.
What you're trying to do is you're trying to hit it onto the ground in my square, and I defend the ground. And it's just back and forth. It's fast, explosive. It's really fun.
Playing games is a way to free the athlete out of their injured body part. And oftentimes athletes get trapped inside of their knee injury. They focus on the knee injury. People ask them about the knee injury. Everything's about the knee injury. And they can become kind of robotic in their movements. Rehab can oftentimes be just kind of boring sometimes. They forget about the knee injury in a good way. They stop paying attention to it and just become a kid again.
5-2 USA, Australia. It's not looking good, bro. Emphasis, which would be run mechanics. Long, tall, leaning tower, and all the drills and drills and drills. I'm staying away from long today. We've just set you up in the gym, and all week long, pushing into the ground, things like that, okay? So we're gonna start with lean, lean, lean. There it is. You've been in that position. Yep. And now you're going to push into the ground, extend the left hip, yep, turn, and just walk to that cone. Your foot does not need to twist, okay? Yeah. It just keeps pushing down, 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 and then there. And I'm running. Yeah. The purpose, okay? Where's the next play going? Why would you be coming in and being here and have to kind of go that way all of a sudden? So if that is happening, if that's an action that could happen, yeah, you have to see that action, which means.
So if you want to watch that video, I just found myself, I don't know, I was like engrossed in the way that he spoke and the way that he did his job. If you're interested in watching that video, that's there. He did some work with Ryan Pappenhausen as well. I don't think we need to go over it again, but if you want to look at that. So this is with the Melbourne Storm 2 years ago as well. But yeah, just really interesting. Isn't it funny when you see the experts in fields and the way that they speak so simply? Like it's funny that the more of a specialist you are at something, the easier you break down the language. That's what I noticed with this guy. So that's what's happening with Jagger Smith. You know what? I'll let you decide in the chat. So I've got, I don't know if this is looking too far ahead, but I went back and I'm like, I don't even really have a concept of how Jagger plays. Like I've forgotten. We saw a bit of his highlights in the draft period videos that we did last year, but I've got a 4-minute highlights package here of Jagger Smith. Do you want to watch it? Yes, no. Let me know. Miko, what's it called? Well, with the financial situation of the club, mate, I reckon we've got money to burn, given we're thriving. Hello, Petra. Welcome. Can I tell you about Banner Night? I can. All right, this is what we're gonna do. Okay, you want to watch the Jagger highlights? All right, we're gonna watch Jagger highlights. I'm gonna bring in Andy, and then I'm gonna share with you Banner Night. Deal? Deal. This is his highlights from the national championships last year. Right? This is Jagger and how he plays. Or how he did play. I don't know if this is going to be Jagger when he gets back.
Balls to Bell, tackled by Smiley. Reed's been busy early, just overran the ball there. Smiley clean at ground level. Got it to Jagger Smith. Now to Ashcroft. Back to Smith. Kicked the ball superbly.
From 50 towards the teeth of goal. Getting a hand on it is Bell, but he doesn't send it across the line. And Metro can clean it up. Opposed to Jagger Smith in the middle is Marshall as we get the third quarter underway. Plenty of numbers around this contest. Eventually gets out to Jagger Smith. He squeezes a kick out one. Dricchio down the line. Smith goes in just on the wing, off hands. And off the back is Mullane. Hacks it forward, but Jagger Smith in position A.
Last quarter for Vic Metro. Working along the outer side. Just as good a prospect. Levi Ashcroft. Ball back in the middle. Vic Metro for the last.
To work into a player down the track, and Shanahan gives all those indications for now.
It's Jagger Smith. Lovely pass.
Fumbled by Sims. Taken, though, by Jagger Smith. How clean was that?
With Metro players this year. Here is one of those. Smith gets away from the congestion. Handball off to Ashcroft. Back to Smith. A couple of early touches for the gun mids.
This kid. He's got a bit of history about him at the Claremont Footy Club. We'll go into in a moment. But that one was picked off by Smith. Jagger Smith is
disposals and 9 clearances 2 weeks ago, and he hammers it home.
We hear the recruiters talk about all that all the time. They want elite kickers both sides of the body. That one comes out the middle. Metro looking to go forward. Kako got there quickly.
Able to take the mark in the end was Kelly. Smith, so good in traffic. He'll manage to get a handball away, but only as far as Hiscock. He's turned it over straight to Jagger Smith, and he wastes no time. Looking corridor, and that's a beautifully weighted kick.
Definitely highly talented, and you can see that connectivity on the field. Smith doing really well. Got it to Ashcroft. He looks to go back to Smith. What a connection between those two. He went into the pocket.
Able to find Smith. So good in traffic usually, and that's no exception. But it works out nicely, and Grego can turn on the Jets. Gives off the handball. Now Jagger Smith streaming through the middle of the ground. Changes planes, and that's a good decision.
And now Metro are back on the attack. Reed, he moved it out wide. What can they see here at half forward? Standing alone, almost taking it. Stump. He's in the forward line. Hiscock got the clearance, though. Smith at the battle. He did really well to win the footy.
Against WA with a equal team high 5 disposal. Smith gets the clearance, though. Feeds it out to Hollow. His kick was smothered, though. Arriving with some pace, though, was Oliver. That was an impressive pickup. Smith providing an option. Excellent spin. Almost went back into traffic. West doing the ruck work here with Emmett. Smith, so clean at ground level and accelerates away from the stoppage. Up there in their South Australian MVP contention. That kick, though, well off the mark. Falls to Smith, goes short, pinpoint. Touring Rebels players out there for Vic Country. They are well represented this season. Plucked by Jagger Smith out of the stoppage. Quick clearance and inside.
Won just over half of the championships since it went to under 18 level back in 1996. Having 14 titles the country had just before.
Ball to be won here at half forward for Country. Smith.
Reward for effort. They're really vocal on the bench at the moment, and it's good to see the energy in the crowd. The crowd's really started to build up in here today, so really looking forward to how this plans out.
So for some of these players to boost their prospects and win their team a championship, Smith with the clean clearance to start the half, and what a kick to Kako.
With their tackling pressure, we've seen 4 or 5 magnificent tackles that have been
tracking the ball. Xavier Ivicic sweeps it into the middle. Dersma was strong, even stronger though with Smith. Gets boot to ball. What a play from Jagger Smith. He's hit Dolan.
Okay, first of all, watching those videos is so cool now that we know some of these other players in the team. Like, you just forget that you didn't really realize Levi Ashcroft played with him. I think I saw Harvey Langford at one point there as well. If you want a link, actually what I'll do is this, Footy Stuff. You may as well subscribe to Footy Stuff because we're going to be using his videos in the draft period anyway. It does incredible work, puts together all the highlights of all the draftee or potential draftees. I don't know if there's anything new from Cody Walker from the last time we were live. If there is, I can play it potentially. But anyway, so that's Jagger. Andy, I'm going to get you in. 1 minute. Andy.
It's so hard to not get excited when you watch stuff like that, but I'm also so measured in thinking that a first-year player is going to completely revolutionise our club. But he just looks like Zach Butters 2.0. Like you see when he kicks, he always puts it to advantage of the other player, and like he might not hit the person, but he'll put it in a spot where they could run onto it. Something that our team just doesn't do, and it's just like, man, I watched something on him the other day. He did I can't remember what show it was on, but he was on a show, it's like a footy show, and they were talking about his injury, and he's like, haven't ever been injured except when my first game. And I'm like, I hate being the guy that says we're cursed, but bloody hell, man! Like, just what is
Yeah.
it? What is it about us? You know?
No, I don't look at his highlights and think he's going to fix things, but I do look at his highlights and think he's got the skills that we need to add to the group. And it's not just him. It's will Elijah be able to get back out there consistently with him, with Newman, with Walsh, who's been missing for half a season, almost more than half a season now.
Yeah.
So it's just like the combination of them. And then when you zoom out a little bit more, you see that we've got the likes of Will White in the team. No disrespect to he and Fogarty and Durden and Motlop and Francis Evans, and they're all having rotations in the forward 50, but also further up the ground. And like, how can you not think, what if 3 of those were replaced with Walsh, Elijah, Cottrell, Jagger, like capable runners?
It definitely changes the dynamic of our team, and we've seen when we've had consistency with those players that we obviously win more games and play better. So it's exciting to see. I love the going abroad and getting your body right after the injury. One thing that I was thinking when you were playing that video is, like, especially with retraining your body on how to move, like, that's like you're essentially telling someone how to run and how to walk again. Like, it's so just programmed in your body how to do something. So to go and change that, like Doherty's had to do that how many times? Like, that would be not an easy feat. And I just wonder, when we were talking earlier in the year, when they bring this, medical scanning facility up at Icon Park, like, could you do preventative stuff with the whole group? Like, this is how you get out of a tackle, or this is how you get out of a contested situation without hurting yourself. I mean, we've had a lot of impact injuries this year, which, how are you going to stop them? But, could we prevent stuff in the future by training everyone in the preseason on, like that little move that he was showing where the play's here and you're going that way. Why are you going to twist your knee to go that way? Just little things like that. So I think there's always more that the club can do to avoid injury, but it's just interesting. It's always generally a reaction rather than a preemptive thing. It's like, you've done your ACL, now we're going to train you, rather than getting the whole group together and going, hey guys, we're going to do a couple of sessions over the next few weeks just on preventative measures of injury, especially regarding knee injuries.
Thoughts about this week in general, whether it's selection, whether it's beating up on Port? Are we a chance? Like, where are you at?
Look, I looked through their injury list the other day, and they are so heavily depleted. Like, no Bergman, no Horn Francis, Connor Rosie's on one leg, which will basically leave Butters, and like, who else are they going to play in their mid? Ollie Wines and Travis Boak, which makes their midfield almost, well, I think less than ours, but similar in terms of just having these big beasts in the midfield. So, look, I think we should just comfortably win. Like, I just can't see why we wouldn't comfortably beat them. But, we still, even over the last 3 or 4 weeks, we've played a little bit better. We're still very inconsistent after half time. So there's that question mark for me. I think it'll be so interesting to see if they bring Hollins back. I don't know if did you watch the VFL?
No, but I watched his highlights. I watched the first quarter of the game, and then I watched, his highlights for the game.
He looked like he didn't miss a beat. Like, he was just cleaner. His decision making, his use of the ball. I got so angry because I'm like, why aren't you playing, mate? Why aren't you playing in the AFL? Like, this is freaking bullshit. I get it. People have got their things, so I'm not trying to beat him up, but it's so frustrating to see that he's physically fit and what he can do on the field, and he's not in our team, and we're screaming out for quality players. So I watched the game. He was pretty good throughout. He made a couple of blues. A lot of players were getting stuck into him, So I don't know if there's an element of, oh, you know, what's wrong with you, mate? But yeah, he was getting pretty heated. So yeah, and a few of the VFL Blues flew the flag for him, which was good.
Yeah. I don't know about you. Like, I get it. Play the kids. Totally understand. I just think the most important thing for these kids at this point in their experience is winning.
For sure. I agree.
Like, the more wins they experience, I mean, everyone who's played sport, that's all you want to do. It's all you want to do. You want to generate wins. You want to give them that feeling of winning to finish off the season, give them a taste of what winning feels like. Because if we win on Saturday, for example, that means that the crowd's going to be up and about for those that go there, because they'll get behind them. If we're playing well, the crowd will get behind them. And that is the ultimate juice for the preseason for them.
I think, like, I agree with you. I was thinking the other day when I chatted to you about, do you play Sammy Walsh? Like, I still don't think we should play him, but there's the other flip of the coin. Like, we talk about, we need nourishment. We need nourishment. We've been playing okay and we need nourishment. And like you said, the players need that. I think it's a big thing when you go into the next season. You bring Walsh back in, you bring Hollands back in for, let's say, and all of a sudden our team, let's say they bring them in, and we drop a couple of the duds that just haven't been performing, like your Fogartys, and we just play a lot better. We smash Port. There's that belief going into next year that, oh, hang on, maybe we're not as bad as what everyone's been saying. Like, they still need to know that they're nowhere near the level. Like, so yeah. I'm cautious that, you beat a couple of shit teams and you go into next year thinking, oh, we're fine. It was just injuries, because it hasn't been injury this year. Like, it's been a part of it, but they also need to know that there's plenty of work to be done as well. But so yeah. I'm sort of with you. Yeah, we need to win the next two games. I think they, they need that encouragement that it's not far away. It's a little bit of tweaks, a couple of new players, bit of injury. But look, from my point of view, they should beat Port. Like, Porter, there is more injury. There is injury ravaged as Essendon at the moment. That's how bad they're going. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Who do you think is going to make way? And I know it's hard because we haven't seen the list, but let's just say Sam Walsh comes in. Who would you drop? Who's the number one name where you're like, you're taking a break, brother?
Let me have a look at last week's team, just so I can refresh myself. I think one of the smalls is going to go.
Yeah.
I don't think we need that many, personally.
But which one?
I'll tell you right now. So, if I was making the call, I'll share my screen. This is who played last week, okay? No one's coming out with injury, right? No one got injured in this game?
They did say something about Cripps hurting himself, but he played the game out, so yeah.
Cripps was sore. I would be taking out, if Cripps plays, obviously, I think it would be either Will White or Fogarty.
Yeah.
Personally.
So I think Will White, like, he was barely sighted, and that's why he got subbed out. But I would drop Fogarty for this game, just based solely on missing 2 set shots from the goal square, essentially. I'd be like, nah, we need more. We need more than that, mate.
Yeah.
And, like, I've talked about standards so much. Like, you need to start showing these guys, like, you need to kick those goals. It's a joke that you can't kick them. It's just comical.
Would you keep the deconing Hudson O'Keefe thing going? Because I didn't realize until Pommy told me in the rating show that Hudson O'Keefe only played like 14% or 15%.
It was strange. It was strange. Like, ruck or the game?
No, ruck minutes. Yeah. Like, he obviously played more as a forward.
Yeah, I was critical last week on the balance of that, because every time he went against Witts, he looked better than DeConning. So I would definitely give him more like maybe a 35% ruck. The thing for me is when he's winning contests and getting the ball forward and we're winning clearance, why take him off? Like when you're having a heat, it's like when your forwards kick 3 goals and you bench him. It's like he's on a heater, let him play. So that was my criticism of last week. He looked so good against Wits and we kept putting him forward. And it's like, leave the Conning forward. You know, he's winning. We're winning the ball. Let him do what he's doing. Like, stop ruining that momentum. So, yeah, I think, yeah, leave it again. Like play him for the rest of the year. Why not?
Fair. I don't mind him. I don't mind the way he competes, the young fella. So we shall see.
I love it.
Mate.
I'll put us for 4 goals, Tez, 24 points, and we'll just see. I've got all the work people. They're all Crows fans. Obviously, I live in Adelaide, and they're all saying that we won't win another game. So I backed us in this week. I'm like, yep, no chance we'll lose. So let's hope they get it done.
All right, we'll see how we go.
All right, brother.
Take care.
Have a good one, man.
See ya. All right. I got another one for you lot. So I want to go back. I was looking at Jesse Motlop. I want to go back to literally 2 years ago. I think this might have been around 18 or 19 when we played Port Adelaide at Marvel Stadium. I'm going to show you the highlights of his game against Port Adelaide. And I had some thoughts that came to mind, and I want to see what comes to your mind. So just for context, he was not named for this game. He came into the side after Owies was a late out with a calf, right? So this was Jesse, and I just watch how he moves, watch how he plays, and what are your observations compared to what you see now?
And now Kemp on the full charge out of defence. Motlop's going to be mismatched for size, but not for determination. Didn't kick a goal in his last 2 and found himself out of the team. The latest of reprieves today, and he makes good and provides Carlton with a 3rd. Turn defender for a moment, and that works. And so does that. Motlop.
And they get a goal as a result of it.
Curnow had a there where he wanted. One bite, not the second. Motlop might be hunting a 3rd here, and he finds a way. Jesse with 3.
You have an enormous impact. He's got 3. The Blues are on the march. This has been huge.
Almost dragged it down. Motlop. Has he got a 4th? Oh, this is amazing.
If he's not marking it, that is manna from heaven. So the simplistic nature of what's happening here from a Carlton point of view, 3 times.
It's been 20-odd minutes since they had scored again. This man is having some sort of half Motlop, and he's prepared to share a bit of the love. He's aiming for not a bad result. Aaliyah taken down by the smallest man around. And it's going to be natural attrition during a season, but as we mentioned, just around the edges. And
they give it to the man who's got a...
Anyway, what comes to mind when you see that? Playing in his proper position. What is this? Okay. How old is he? He's actually 21. He's 21 years of age, and he's born on the 23rd of November. So he'll be 22 for all of next season. He has played 61 games. He has one job here: see ball, get ball, kick ball. Yeah. It's funny what he's capable of when played in position. His positioning and his confidence. Yeah. It's the crumbing. He needs to stay in the forward 50 and never leave. That's the kid that we drafted. Blue Bagger, you notice he's in the forward line. He looks to be enjoying his football. It was a good game. He knows what he's doing. He stays on his feet. He's got no confidence at the moment. Still so very young. Alex, I agree with you 1,000,000%. He has a roll forward only. It's all the other garbage that's fucked him. Yeah, it's confidence. It's a new forwards coach needed. It helped that we were the hottest team in the comp at the time. Yep. The awareness. This was what I picked up on. Like his awareness, his spatial awareness. I just don't see that as much with him at the moment. But the instinct, like the natural instinct in everything that he did. And again, there's context. Team was going well when we played that, confident, proactive footy, not kamikaze, but almost creating chaos. He thrived when it was a bit more stop-start and a bit more, what's the word? Clunky? Structured? Is that the word? Do you know what I'm saying? Like when we played slow, doesn't suit him as much. I also think an important factor in that time and even now is that he had Jack Martin around. And I think we can't underestimate the impact that a guy like Jack Martin in the team had on a guy like Jesse. So at the moment, we almost gave the keys to him a little too early. Got rid of always and said, you know what, we're going to invest in the youth. Next wave, Jesse Motlop. And maybe if we had our time again, we would have replaced Jack Martin with some experience in there. So yeah, he looked good in kamikaze footy last week. He did. He certainly did. Andy, is he being overcoached? Hello, Jeff. He needs to kick it like Frankie. Yeah. I think he really needs to work on his speed. All of our forwards really lack explosive pace like the Watsons and the Hills of the competition. Yeah. I don't think we've had that kind of pace in the team since Jeff Garlett. Am I right in that? Was Jeff Garlett the last one that had like that type of pace? Like Yaron was quick. Jeffy Garlett had that elite Bobby Hill type, Watson type pace. Is that right? Maxwell. You're a fan from Swoops, so you don't get it, mate. Where has Carlton gone? I used to fear versing Carlton, not trying to hate at all, but like what happened, mate? I really like Walsh and Wiedering. Mate, I wish mate, that's why we're here at 5:57 p.m. on a Thursday night. We're trying to figure out what's going wrong. Still haven't figured it out. Haven't had a good small forward since the Three Amigos. Yeah. Dionysos Latas. He's not overcoached. He's being told to do things he can't do. He's not. Do you think it's because we're missing some of the mids this year that we've had to replace them with someone like a Jesse Motlop? Like you lose Jagger straight away, who was going to be a mid or a mid forward. Elijah missed a lot of footy. Walsh then started missing a lot of footy. Cottrell missed a lot of footy. Am I forgetting someone? Yeah. Different Jesse. Yes, to a degree. Okay. Fair. All right. Well. Okay. We are going to give away a prize to somebody. Pick a... So, I have two things on offer, and you're going to pick. Let me just get the show up. So, first thing, I don't know if he's going to play, but this is a pretty cool little prize, right? So, this is a 1 of 11 piece. It's a Mitch McGovern card, right? Ugh. So, this was created in 2023, round 4. Carlton, North Melbourne played a sold-out Marvel Stadium for the Good Friday Super Clash. Carlton won 107-84. This card features an authentic hand-signed autograph of Mitch McGovern, as well as a segment of his boots worn during the match. So you can see they're in there, right? So there's that, or this. Size extra large. The jacket. So I will let you pick. I'll put a poll up, and what you decide is what we go with. What should we give? What should I give away? Which prize do you want? Card, jacket. Start the poll. I'll give it a few minutes. Obviously, you need to be a member to be eligible for this. I will set this up shortly. And then I'll also call the winner and make sure that you can accept the prize, which is always fun. So, card or jacket? Okay, I'm pretty sure the jacket's going to win this. All right, card, jacket. I think the jacket, absolutely. The card inside the jacket? No. All right. I don't think the jacket's losing from here. All right, I'm giving away the jacket. I'm ending the poll. Matt, everyone wants the jacket, so I'll take the card. All right. I mean, I will give away the card, just not today. Spin that damn wheel. It's time. It's time to spin that wheel. All right. Give me a second. It's not really a wheel. I know it's not really a wheel, but Maxwell, you really like my appreciation for the Blues. One of your favorite players growing up was Mark Murphy. Scott Pennebury. Keep up the great work, mate. Thank you. Thank you very much. Collingwood supporter, getting around the channel. Thank you, mate. Good luck this week. I don't know if you watched the whole show, but Pies, lock of the week. Typical. All right. I have a new sound for this thing. All right. So somebody is taking away this bomber jacket.
That hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Good luck. Oh, no way. That's Damien from the chat in here. That's funny. That's great. That's a well-deserved winner right there. Oh, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Damien. So Damien, yeah, is he here? He's always in the team show. I'm sure he's here. I saw him not long ago. Hang on. Nah, he's got to be here. He's got to be here. Is he? No. Could have sworn I saw him. Yeah, he's. Hang on. He is here. Hilarious. That's brilliant. That's so funny. That is good karma. So this guy Damien always puts the comments up when the teams come out. It's good. It's gone to like an OG team show viewer. That's what I like. Damien?
Yep.
Mate, how good's karma?
Oh, unbelievable.
How are you?
Yeah, I can't believe this.
What are you up to, mate? What are you doing? Well, you're watching the team show.
Yeah, I'm actually just about to start cooking dinner.
Oh, what's for dinner?
I've got some chicken and salad.
Mate, you're a beacon of health. How good.
Yeah.
I guess the only question I have two questions for you. The first question is, do you want the jacket? Will you accept the jacket?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much.
No worries. Size extra large, but it's pretty big, so it'll
Yeah.
should fit.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And then secondly, I need your thoughts on this week.
Yeah, well, I'm not really too sure. I reckon they'll probably name Walsh, and maybe Elijah. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Where do you sit on the Walsh conversation?
Well, I reckon he should play, but I reckon 50-50 on who they should drop, whether it's one of the kids or someone a bit more experienced like Fogg or Motloff or Durden even. Not really sure.
Fair. Well, wait, you're making dinner, so I can't bank on you to write out the teams in the chat.
I have it on in the background.
All right. It's your unofficial job, and I guess this is your reward and your bonus.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Nah, no worries, mate. Thanks for being a member, and congratulations.
Awesome. Thanks, Terry.
All right, mate. See ya.
See you, mate.
That's good stuff. All right, congratulations, Damien. Yeah, so that's that. I will give away the card as well, just not today. But yeah, if you'd like to be a member, so just for those who aren't aware, so the content's free. The content stays free. Membership is optional. It's really just to support the channel ultimately. But what you do get is you get free entry to all the giveaways that we do. You get early access to certain videos, particularly this off season. So certain exclusive videos and interviews and things like that happen forever. You get early access to them before they go public. You get your personalized key ring with your membership number. Everyone gets one membership number engraved on the back. And yeah, discount code to use at the shop. So ultimately, you're just supporting the channel, and it is optional, and you don't really miss out on anything apart from, I guess, the giveaways and the key ring if you're not a member. I'm very steadfast on the content remaining free and available and not behind a paywall. So yeah, if you can and you'd like to support, get around it. Thank you. All right, Danny, I saw you and then I didn't see you. Okay. All right. If anybody wants to join, there you go. That was Jesse Motlop. We're all done. Final, we've got 10 minutes, 7 minutes until Channel 7 read out the teams. Final predictions for teams, ins and outs. Oh, yeah. You got the Frankie t-shirt. Actually, true. Okay. Banner Night stories. Thank you for reminding me. So I was at Banner Night last night. Nick invited me. He's been inviting me all year. You know what, Danny? You're here. I'll tell you the story while you're with me. Hello, mate.
Hey, Des. How are you, mate?
I'm good. How are you?
Very good. Very good.
Do you want to hear my I mean, I've hyped up this Banner Night story, but do you want to hear my Banner Night story from last night?
Go for it.
So Nick's been inviting me to Banner Night all year, and I keep not going. I feel bad. Anyway, he's like, Banner Night, AFLW banner, AFL banner. All right, I'm coming. Also, the Biased Footy Show with Ari, we're doing it tomorrow afternoon because there's no Thursday game. So anyway, I go to Banner Night, and there was I'm going to say conservatively 8 players showed up, including Harry, Sard, Ashton, Charlson, Will White, Billy Wilson, TDK, Zachy Williams, whatever. So like a whole bunch of the boys show up, and like this whole year we've spoken about TDK. Like, is he staying? Is he going? Man, you would not have known that there's any conversation like that going on. The way he was with the kids that were there, just like, I mean, I chatted with him. Like, I didn't ask him, "Are you staying? Are you going?" I was literally just spoke to him like a human being. Whatever he decides to do, like, that is a really good human being.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, 100%, man. It's did you see the Walshy on was it Triple M yesterday?
Yeah.
When he was chatting with Daisy Thomas and they were talking about Jack Silvani and Charlie Curnow about like obviously he asked the question about if obviously Sam Walsh has heard about McRae meeting with Jack Silvani. And
Oh,
he said
yeah.
he did.
Yeah.
Did you see that? That was
Like the
funny, wasn't it?
banter that they give.
Yeah.
But
it was funny. I'll go on.
I was like, I just had this moment yesterday. I was sort of looking around. I was like, wow, we talk about this team and this club and these players like all day, every week, whether it's here, elsewhere, wherever. And they're literally just normal, average human beings. Like, literally. And I think I mean, I know I do, but I just had this moment in time like, wow, like we are acting as if these people are superheroes, like not human. It was really profound. It was really profound. I don't know. I had this moment of realization.
Yeah, and
But
it's actually very good.
I also
Go
think
on,
there's
go on.
something. Sorry to interrupt. I also think there's something in with Graham, right? Like, how is he going to be able to allow a lot of people to feel that and experience that and just like settle the fan base down before we get to round one? Because like the noise will come if we lose, if we have a shit quarter from round one, the knives are out, right? So there's that. And the other thing which I thought was really interesting, everyone that I spoke to was really happy about the re-signing of Vossi. Like literally, they like all said it. Like, you can't keep saying, like, coming from the players, like, nah, really happy that they signed him on, they kept him. Not signed him, sorry, that they kept him. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's one of those things, Terry. Like, I'm not a you probably obviously know it from day one that I'm not a Vossi fan, but at the same time, it's a two-edged sword because in like when you look at one side of things, or my point of view was that laborious game style, la-di-da. We've spoken about that in length. Don't want to repeat myself. And then you see that obviously the easiest decision would have been get a sugar hit, sign a new coach, and reset and go from there. But the fact that Graham Ryder has put the flag in the ground and said that he has seen something or whatever data he was referring to, and now there's so much conversation around what data has he looked at or referred to. I don't give a fuck. When you back the guy in, you back the guy in. Obviously, there's so much stuff that goes within the club that we don't know about. He's been there for a year in the guts, so obviously he knows what's going on. But then when he backed Vossi, it was kind of a good thing because as much as you say like that Vossi was not the right person, he obviously has spotted something that could work with Vossi. Either getting rid of Brad Lloyd or getting assistant coaches around him. And I like the fact that in the press conference, he mentioned that there are a couple of coaches whose contracts are expiring at the end of this year. And the thing was that we had to inform them at the beginning of July, but we told them at that time that we won't be able to give them an answer in August. So it would be like around late August. So the clarity is so much better for all parties involved. Either it be the coaches, either it be the players, everyone involved. And the fact, and I know it's all the theatrics right now because it's all words, all of that. Everyone wants to say the right words, but sometimes you can just tell, Terry, when a person says a few things like with conviction that it's coming from the right place with simplified language in layman's terms rather than using all that verbiage that does not actually resonate with like a normal fan. Does that make sense?
Totally. Well, when you use fancy words, you're overcompensating for something.
For sure. 100%. But you know what, Terry? What I'm excited about is, if you remember, like a month and a half ago, I asked you this question that if Mackay and Walsh are fit, would you play them? I asked you that like 6 weeks ago, and I think we discussed at the time that we might put them on ice, considering that all of the stuff that might happen. And my argument or my point of view at that time was that we want something at the end of the season to cling on to. You wouldn't want Walsh to start round one when we would have a new look team almost. I just saw
Yeah,
Damien's message pop up.
that's okay.
But we saw all these, new players coming in the team. It's going to be like a new look team. Cottrell will be in. Jagger Smith will be in. Elijah will be playing there. Probably, I don't know who else are we going to get there. So it's going to be a new look team. So you don't want Walsh to be starting like fresh round one Richmond game. You might as well just bank the positives from these two remaining games and go from there and use it as a launching pad. So, and same with Lidge, man. I'm a big fan of Lidge. As I said, we all make mistakes, probably worse than him, and we might as well just give him a second chance. He wants to be there, which is obviously very clear. So I'm really, really positive about that, man.
That's
I'm
the
happy
risk.
about that.
That's the risk. It's look, listen, everyone's got problems. Everyone goes through some sort of shit that they've got to get through in life or get over, and whatever that is. Unfortunately, when you are an AFL footballer and you play for this club, your life is in a spotlight. So if something's going wrong and you're going through something that a lot of people in the world do, it's going to be in the spotlight. So, I mean, from a purely, strictly business of football point of view, it's like, can you make it? Can you not make it? Like, I guess the club have got to decide the pros and cons and the risks, because the reality is if he can't figure it out, then we need to have someone who can play week to week.
Yeah.
But if they are confident that he can figure it out and get through and come out the other end, then there is someone. He's capable. There's no doubt.
100%.
Mm.
One thing, Terry, from all of this that has been really... Sorry, you're saying something? Go on.
Apparently, Sam Walsh has been named, but no team has been given just yet. So we'll track that over the next few minutes.
I think 4 minutes to go.
Yep.
But I was going to say with Lidge quickly, Terry.
Yeah.
I really like that they actually we did not get all the specifics and the details around his absence and stuff. I feel like that's actually a good message, because when you're putting someone in a cotton wool and just trying to wrap them up and keep them out of, all the news and the eyes and stuff, the fact that they did that, and even us, we didn't know as fans what was going on with him until that video that came out. Oh.
Wait, is this real? Jim?
Oh, that's crazy. That was literally my ends as well. That's funny if that's true.
We will see. Sorry, go on.
No, but that's what I was saying, man, with Lidge.
Cool.
And even I think like with the fake leaks, have you seen that, Terry? There was after that 5-hour meeting last week, everyone was like, "Oh, Walsh is out, Lloyd is out." Well, half of that was true. That's right.
It's good.
So half of that was true. So happy about that, mate. But I'm actually really positive about next season, man. No one can tell me. I've been supporting this club for 12 years. No one can tell me that it would be worse than this year. Fucking way.
I hope so. All right, my friend. I'll speak to you soon.
I will. Take care, Tez.
All right, bye. All right, I've got Tom and I've got Jeff. I've got 12 minutes until I've got to go. Tom, let's go with you, and then Jeff will finish with you, my friend. Tom, hello.
What's going on, mate?
Good. Sam Walsh, he's playing.
Good. Wonder what the pitch is going to be. Did you call it earlier in the week?
All right, let's do it. Let's do it now. No. If Sam Walsh is in, then he will be on the thumbnail. You would think, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I think that's a good sign of that. If you're fit, you're in. Like, no one's bigger than the club. I think that's a good sort of message.
Yeah, with you. But also, it's got to win. Got to win a game of footy, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And then also for Sam Walsh, I mean, he's a leader of the club. You've got to stand I don't think we've ever needed leadership more than right now.
No way. I think,
as a whole.
And I don't think we need his running capacity more than ever before.
Yeah,
we are desperately crying out for it. We haven't got Cottrell. Akers has sort of had a rough year. His run's still there, but his ball use isn't there. Where Walsh, I mean, you could argue Walsh's ball use isn't perfect, but he's still a better ball user than Blake Acres is, and his run is tenfold. So
yeah,
I think, bringing in some dynamic players back into our side changes the makeup of the team very quickly. But I think it's a good sign. It's a good sort of push towards next year almost. What do you reckon the ends are going to be?
I hope Elijah plays personally.
Oh, so do I.
I hope they pick a team that is,
Best team available.
Best team available. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's in our best team.
Yeah. Now, that brings the question up about McGovern, because if this whole rumor about the contract thing is true and they want to prevent the trigger because of the extension, then okay, fair enough. I don't know if there's a space for McGovern now. I think the team's going to change a bit moving forward, and I don't know.
No, I think if they're forward planning, I think McGovern's not in the future. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if Fantasia comes in as well to add sort of that high half forward run.
This is apparently it.
Just the
one change. Will White, who was subbed out last week, he is out.
He's had a rough couple of weeks, Will White, but I think, which I think doesn't bode well for his contract maybe going forward, but I think it's a good in. Good in.
Mate, I guessed it. I thought it would be White or Fogarty. I will get the team up as soon as it gets posted.
And I mean, Fogarty's going to eat those 2 goals he missed last week. Like, that was almost his warrant, I think, was the writing on the wall. If Fantasia was ready to go for a call up, I think he would have taken Fogarty's spot. But
yeah. All right. So Sam Walsh in, Will White out, Jack Lukosius is out for Port, Lockie Jones is in. Amazing. All right, Tom, I'm going to move along because I have got to leave in 9 minutes, so I've got a few people waiting, but I'll speak to you soon, my friend.
Speak to you game day.
All right, see ya. All right, let's go to Thailand, and Jeff's in a pool. Hello, mate.
Good afternoon. How are you all?
Good. Can't hear you very clearly, but you there?
Yeah, I got. Is that better?
No. It just sounds a little faint. Hang on, let me see if I can fix it from my end. Audio.
The screen's gone small. Anyway, no, do the thing. I'll call back.
All right, no worries. Let's move along quickly. Salad.
Hello.
Mate.
How you going?
Good, you?
Yeah, all right.
What do you think of the teams?
I like it, man. I mean, I'm of the belief that, we need Sam Walsh, but I think we should just let him recover, you know what I mean? That's it for the year. He can provide leadership, without being on the field, you know what I mean?
As in, he's had 10 weeks out.
Yeah, I know, but I just don't want to risk him for next year. I just don't know. I'm just, I know he's had that back problem for a little while now, hasn't he?
Well, the back problem is okay now. He's on top of it. But, we're also risking Wiedering, Cripps, Sard. Everyone out there is a risk, I
guess. So maybe I'm just thinking of more next year than now, especially in the last couple of games, man, because it would be devastating to have any sort of injury now. I think my opinion, but also I think this whole with Voss being backed up by the board and all that.
Yeah,
I think it's brought this whole new this fresh anticipation for next year. I think it's great. I think it's great,
I think we need it. I think we need. No one's denying that this has been a disgusting year. Shocking.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? We're going to sit here and fucking cry about it. At some point, we've got to get on with it.
Oh, dude, I've been crying for a year, mate. So,
So
yeah, I know, but it just feels like the amount of positivity that I'm feeling is good, and I think it's actually translated to the team as well. I'm hoping it does. I'm really hoping it does, because I think it's a confidence thing for this whole team. It's a confidence thing. It's and and I'm glad that you showed that whole Motlop thing, because it sort of like reminds you, like seeing it like that, it reminds you that the guy is pretty skilled. He just has to and I was never a Motlop proponent, but seeing that game that you showed with the 4 goals that he had, I mean, it shows you that when someone's on,
I actually think we should put I mean, I don't know if the club do it. We should get like a petition in order, like make Jesse Motlop watch his highlights from 2023.
Yeah, I think so too. I think
make him remember what. Well, actually, no. Maybe we send it to Vossi.
Yeah. It's like mandatory history training for on a Tuesday or something.
Yeah.
What's what you can do. But yeah, it's good. I also liked how you went through the interview with Graham Wright. Was it right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, I enjoyed that, man. That was actually a really good show. So yeah, I hope you keep doing stuff like that, because
mate. The channel doesn't stop when the games stop. We'll keep going. Don't worry.
Yeah. And the one thing I got out of that is the fact that I think it was you that mentioned it, that said something like Carlton have started to maybe want to embrace the supporters a little bit more.
Well, Graham Wright mentioned it in his email to the club.
Yeah. Mate, you know what I'd love? I think that's a great thing, man. I hope that win or lose, I'd hope that team goes over to all the people that prepare the banner and all the rest of it, and just say, and just make themselves accountable on the night. How good would that be?
It'd be great. Yep. I got to roll because I've got one more waiting. But I'll speak to you in the next few days. Thank you, mate.
Yeah. Still pissed off I didn't win the jacket, though.
Hey, speak to Damien, not me. See you, mate. Lucky last, Riser.
G'day, Terry. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. What did you think of change? There's only one change. What did you think?
Look, I don't mind the young Will White coming out because he was struggling the last couple of weeks. But look, Terry, I've got an issue with Walsh coming in, to be honest, because look, he's come off this hotspot, and it's been 8 weeks, I think. Yeah.
Round 13 was the last time he played, so it's a good 10, 11 weeks, I think.
Yeah, that's a while. Yeah, wow, it's gone that quick. I think they should have just rested him. This is just my opinion, yeah. And also, just going off Vossi's narrative in the presses after the last couple of games, they've been pretty good competitive matches from our boys and our young list. And he really came out and said that he wants to blood a lot of the young kids. Now we can't do them all, but he's doing really well with that. These kids are showing some stuff. They're going out there and having a good crack. They still got to grow, and they're making a few mistakes, but they're having a good old dip out there. And just on his narrative, it's like that. That's where I thought where the end of our season was going to come along here. Like he was just worrying about, blooding our kids and seeing what they're about. And it wasn't so much about the wins. And I accept that. I actually accept that because we've had a pretty dismal year. So, to see him sort of, and he didn't mention the losses, being disappointed about being close in the last couple of games and a winnable position. And I thought he would have been a bit more disappointed in that, but he wasn't. But that's also going on the narrative that he wants to play the kids. So I accept that again. So to pick a senior guy, in the last couple of games, and 10, 11 weeks out, I just find it a little bit odd, mate, because of the narrative that he's just put out. Whether I've taken that wrong or whatever, and thought Vossi was saying that, and he's actually meant something else, and thinking about a win now, because I just have a little issue with that, because the narrative.
Well, I just don't think he would have played that many kids if Sam Walsh was available. Sam Walsh, in my view, is like a vice captain, and I don't think. I mean, we want to win games of football.
Yeah, well, that's not what he said in the last couple of weeks in his presses. Yeah, he
Said that
across.
we didn't want to win games of football.
Well, he wasn't disappointed about the losses, that we were really close in winning at certain stages. Like most coaches would be disappointed in those close losses.
So you think he wasn't disappointed, or he just didn't say the words "I'm disappointed" in the press conference, and therefore you now think he wasn't disappointed to lose?
Well, that's how it sounded to me.
So what if he told the players in the rooms, "I'm disappointed that we didn't win," but we just didn't hear that?
Oh, well, that's something in the rooms. We don't know that.
Okay, so then why would we assume that he wasn't disappointed with the loss?
Because he needs to mention it. They were pretty close. If you're getting pumped, mate, that's fine. But if they were close wins, we could have won either one of them. We were pretty close.
I just reckon everyone would have been disappointed that we didn't win the game against Freo.
I'm not saying that he wouldn't have been like disheartened, but he should have mentioned it, is what I'm saying. So the narrative, what I got from him is like, that's fine, and I accept that. Yeah, because
do you think this, or did you hear somebody else say that?
Look, I thought about it, and I thought, well, that was a bit odd. I spoke to some other people, other Carlton people, and they sort of thought the same. I haven't spoken to hundreds, but yeah, look, it's just a few people are friends of mine and stuff like that. We just thought the same about it, and we just thought it was odd. Whether we took that differently or not, that's a different story. But that's just the way it came out to us. But anyway, like I said,
I reckon Michael Voss and any coach of any team would be disappointed to lose a game of football. But because he didn't say it in the presser, that doesn't mean like it's a given that like
yes, no, that's right. But like I said, he made it an issue about playing these kids, and I love that. That's one positive. I love what he said about that. Like in the last few weeks, he's like, we're going to blood these kids. We're going to play these kids and see what they're about. And yeah, just to go off that and, I don't know, try to win a game in the last two weeks to, I don't know. And Walshy, like, I'd rather see the bloke, he's a gun. He's a champion. I believe he's going to be like, in the running for one of our next captains. So let him rest. 2 games left. Let him rest. Even bring him on as a sub if you have to. Yeah, let him rest and let him have a full preseason. And we go from there, because I think the kids are showing some stuff. They brought in some energy into the change rooms, into the locker rooms. You can just see it. It's on the field a bit, and we can't play them all, obviously, Terry. But yeah.
Then it's okay to drop.
That's just my little opinion on that, mate. That's all.
I'm confused. No, I actually agree with what you just said. We can't play them all, so we drop just one of them to bring in Sam Walsh, because we can't play them all. We bring in the vice captain of the team. We're playing 5 smalls and 3 of them are playing midfield minutes. So you bring in a midfielder, so you don't have to play as many smalls through the midfield. I agree with what you just said. We can't play them all.
Maybe it's the Walshy thing that I'm talking about, yeah? Like Walshy.
I think you're reading a little too much into Voss didn't say in his press conference, "Hi guys, I'm disappointed that we didn't win today." And maybe you've interpreted that as Voss was happy to lose, or Voss wasn't disappointed, or Voss didn't tell the boys behind closed doors, "Hey boys, I'm disappointed."
Okay, I'll rephrase that. I don't think he was disappointed enough. So I took into that. I took out of that okay, that's fine, mate. You're trying to blood the kids and you accept that sort of loss. It was pretty close, like we're in the game, and that's fine. So just to pick a senior player, and I think it's just because it's the Walshy thing. I want to protect the bloke, yeah. Yeah, Was there anyone else available from the Rezzies that could take that midfield position? I know we had a lot of small forwards this week. Was there anyone else?
Well, technically Ben Camporelli, but he's had 4 weeks off with suspension, right?
Yep. Did
So
anyone?
he hasn't played.
Okay, that's fine. Did anyone play well in the Rezzies last week, mate? I didn't actually watch the game.
Govan, Pitternet, Ben Camporelli didn't play. Lucas played, but Sam Walsh is there to be picked. I hate to cut you short, but I have to go. Yeah.
All good, mate.
All
Thanks
right,
for the
mate.
chat. We'll speak soon.
No
Take
worries.
care.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, guys, I've got to run because I'm going to get to the AFLW. But changes. Walsh in. Will White out. We can unpack that over the next few days. See you on Saturday. Early fan cams. Should be home at about 4, 5 o'clock, 5, 4:30, whatever it is. Take care. Go Blues.